Hello, everyone.
Scary, scary.
Hello, hello, hello. Does the
Hi,
microphone work? The microphone works?
everyone.
Yes,
What's
it
up?
works.
Hello.
Hello. So yeah,
Hi.
this is the Q&A stream for the LPSO revived developer team. You all sent in a lot of questions, and we're gonna answer them today.
Awesome.
Yeah, so let's go first into introductions, pronouns and roles. I'm Amy. I'm the project manager and lead developer, lead programmer of this team. And today we're gonna this doesn't matter. Okay, my pronouns are she, her. Lem, what are your pronouns, and what do you do in the team?
I go by any pronouns and I do arts.
You do art.
Tee.
Yes, you do. All right, Mac.
Yo, I'm Mac. I am also a lead artist, just like Lem. And any pronouns for me as well. What's up?
All right, thank you, Minnie.
Hello. My name is Minnie and I go by she, her, and I am a lead animator.
Thank you, Minnie, and thank
PJ
you,
will not
Joseph,
be talking
for
today.
the. No, PJ won't be talking, but thank you, Joseph, for the resub. I appreciate it. Fampi, should we speak for PJ, or PJ is the social media manager and doesn't speak, so that's PJ. I think pronouns are he, him, and they, them, right?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
they, he.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Fampi, it's your turn.
Hi, hello. I am Vampy, and pronouns are he, him, and I'm the lead animator. Or yeah, the other one.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I see a little issue with the stream. The chat bubbles are. All right. I'm gonna fix something real quick. Should be fine. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Flower. Your turn.
Hello. I am V-Flower, the resident little guy. Also the lead programmer. He, they. That is my pronouns, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, I do stuff.
Awesome.
Nice,
we all
nice,
do so
awesome.
much stuff. I love everyone here.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Then we can go into the questions, don't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yippee!
So, the first question.
Right, so a lot of you guys asked if there are going to be more pet species and just like more fan content in LPSO Revived. Does anybody want to answer that particularly?
I can answer it for sure. But if anyone
Okay.
else wants, then that's fine too.
I can also answer, I guess.
I
You
don't
can answer
mind.
then. You can answer.
I also
So-
don't mind. Oh.
Yes, in fact, we are going to be adding more stuff to the game. For now, as of this live stream, we only have the Kitty 3 in the vertical slice demo, and we're not going to be adding any like completely original species. We're not going to be adding anything from the pet suggestions channel, for example, until we have every single pet that was in the original. That is the plan. And the same
Yeah.
goes for other original content as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Mac just said everything I was thinking.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh, just like, I guess that was... Oops, sorry. That was kind of all the information. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You're good, you're good.
I'm obsessed with the person who's like Kitty 3, the third kitty, and like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
And the
literally
third
called
kitty.
that.
I mean, yeah, it is the third kitty. There's two others that come before it.
It is the third generation of kitty cat, and is the best one, the newest version that you
The
might even
best.
say.
Yeah.
we don't go to Kitty 1 or Kitty 2. We skip right to Kitty 3.
The Darja Kitty. That's
It's
the
also
one.
the most popular one, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually why we chose it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that was how.
Yeah, I chose it for the animation thing, just because I already had the parts for it, and it was nostalgic.
And in the animation aspect, we also have the most references for that one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's another reason why I chose that one.
It was just really popular, I think.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
shall we go to the next question?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right. The next question is, Mech.
So, Darling Kisses asks if we will be translating the game into other languages. Amy, do you want to take the stage
I
on
can
that?
answer this one. Yeah. So, in programming, when you're making a game, you have like this. You can either hard code your strings in. Like a string is just a set of characters that make a sentence, and then you can either have hard coded are your strings, but you can also make like, for example, a localization file that has like maybe who in here has modded Minecraft and has like Minecraft languages lang file. Who has looked at that? Like, if you know what that looks like, then you know what I want to add. Like, I want to add like a config file that is a lang file, a language file or localization file that has like all the strings, like these sets of characters. And it will say like, for example, like, oh my god, you won the game. Then in Dutch it will say, oh my god, je hebt gewonnen. For example, you know what I mean? Like that's how it's gonna be, and that's what we want to add. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's something that we want to add eventually. We want to start with all the languages that we speak as developers, and then so that's going to be French and maybe Turkish, Dutch for me, maybe German. We're going to add the languages that we know, and then as we go, we can add more more members from Discord and ask them to like translate and add lang files to the source code. You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to be. I think that answers the question, right?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Great work.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
All right. So we're going to go to the next question.
Wait, I just want to say the languages that are the most likely to be added at the moment are French and Spanish, because we have some French and Spanish speakers, and maybe German, but so like languages that the devs speak. And we haven't had any volunteers for other languages so far, I think. So yeah, but if there are volunteers for other languages, it's probably going to be easy.
Yeah,
to-
exactly.
Yep.
We just need the volunteers for it. But yeah, that's what I meant. Like, we can only really translate the languages that we have in the team right now. So, wait, are you
LPSO
working with the
numéro 2
Little
count.
Pet Shop brand? No, we're not. We're not working with the Little Pet Shop brand. We're just remaking the game.
We don't know what Littlest Pet Shop is. This is LPSO.
Yeah, exactly. This is LPSO. It's something entirely
LPSO
different.
LPSO
Please don't interact.
is the full name. It does not stand for anything.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's not an abbreviation. That is the name. LPSO.
Yeah,
Have
we're
you
not
made sure the
affiliated
name
with
isn't
House,
copyrighted?
so-
The name is probably copyrighted. We don't use the name. We don't use the name Little Pet Shop. We use LPSO.
Only LPSO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I
exactly.
remember correctly, the trademark is for Littlest Pet Shop Online, but we
Indeed.
don't use that. We just go by LPSO, which is
Yeah,
what
exactly.
like kids and people would refer to it as when it was still around.
Yeah. Love
Yeah, yeah.
LPSO. Yes. Morning glories.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I
that's
agree.
nice. Yeah.
I agree. Morning glories. Love LPSO.
All right. Shall we go to the next question?
I think, yeah, that sounds good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any way for us normal players? Oh, sorry, I'm reading the question right now. Mac, do you want to read it or?
Oh, I mean, sure. So Chiku Jin-san asks, is there any way for us normal players who can't do developer work to help out with the game? Anybody want to answer that particularly?
I can answer, but if anyone else
Sure.
wants, then
Oh,
I mean, if you want to answer, you can answer.
no, you can answer.
Oh, okay. But like, for people who don't do any kind of developer work, as in like drawing or like tracing the assets or sound effects and stuff, because you can do that. But if you can't do any of that, then playtesting and bug reporting is one of the most important things we could do. If you can't do that kind of thing, because we kind of need people who can playtest and find bugs and report them so the coders can fix those. And any feature suggestions is also a huge help because, like, for quests, as an example, we are missing a bunch of quests from the original game. So
Yeah.
if you have any feature suggestions for stuff like that, then that would be helpful too. And also we just want to hear what you guys would like to see in the future.
That's a good answer, I think.
yeah.
Anyone
much
want to
exactly,
add
yeah.
something to that or?
I mean, not only bug reporting, but general quality assurance and stuff like accessibility is also pretty nice if you guys can point it out. Because there can definitely be some insights on how the game is played or how it makes your experience more uncomfortable, and we can always try to adjust for that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a good point
I
as well,
also-
for sure.
Oops. And I also want to point out that if you guys see any weird graphical things with the well, I guess this is a bit more later down the line since but if you see any graphical errors in the graphics and the animations and whatnot, please definitely reach out for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything
Exactly.
just relating to the experience of the game, whether it be visual or just how you feel while playing. Like, oh, I don't like that I have to do this in order to get that. Definitely let us know. We want to take as much of community advice as possible to make the experience better for you guys as a whole.
Yeah. Ava Rowan is asking, are you looking for voiceover artists? We are not, but there are other projects we're working on that we do need that for. So I'll contact you later about that. Anyway, the LPSO game will not have voiceovers. So yeah, but okay. Anything else for this question, or do we
Nothing.
go to the next question?
Nothing from
I
me.
think we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
we can move on to the next question now. I keep getting ads even though
Kill the advertisements.
So, the next
Sense of
question.
urgency.
Are you dead yet? Asks, will the old VIP perks still be up? Maybe Lem wants to answer? Maybe?
I mean,
Let me. Oh, Lemmy's gone.
Hi, sorry, I was able to unmute. But yeah, they will be free for everyone. We might add like a mechanism for people to be able to get premium membership, but that's like still being discussed. But yeah, it will be there. Everyone will have free membership in some way, whether you have to work for it or if it's like just always there.
I think
It's being discussed. Sorry.
can I add something to this, or
Sure, yeah.
I think the
Of
problem
course.
with this game is not the problem, but there's no way for us to monetize this, because then we would really get into trouble. So and we don't want to monetize it anyway. So any way that we want to have these VIP perks are gonna be free. But yeah, like Lem says, there's gonna be some. Maybe there's gonna be some mini game or whatever that you have to do for it, but we will not monetize it. I think that's the important thing to. It will be free, yeah, right? So.
Yes,
Yeah, that's definitely
absolutely.
I was
Yeah,
gonna,
the top thing.
Um,
That has to be known.
I was gonna add on to the fact that
Yeah.
we definitely will never monetize this game. And like anyone who claims to like say that they want donations from LPSO, like please stay away from them. Yeah, that's definitely a scammer. In
Yeah,
case that ever
exactly.
happens or whatever, like we will never ever do donations or monetize or make profit off this game. I just want to
Yes.
emphasize that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If anybody asks for donations or for you to buy the game, that is not us, and you're 100% being scammed. So don't fall for it.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I think there are some more questions here. Digital Chorus says, I would assume that it's possible for like other content to have voices, like YouTube videos and that. And I think actually, yeah, I've been thinking to find a voiceover for the trailer. But that's something for the future when we want to make a better trailer. Maybe we can use a voiceover, but that's something that we can discuss later. Shall we go to the next question?
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Ellie asks, how did this whole project start out? Mr. V-Flower, would you mind?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I'm probably the only person who can kind of reliably answer this. So basically in 2017, I just like opened up Unity and I was like, what if I tried to make the cat model in Unity and like try to do the animation in a admittedly really wonky way. I'm pretty sure I still have that DeviantArt post somewhere where I was like totally a real screenshot or something like that, and I just tried messing around with art and the like. But it didn't really get anywhere until like 2019 when I was like, I want to code stuff in Unity and like learn how to actually use Unity as a game engine and the like. And then I decided to play around with it more and release some more things on. Oh, hey!
Yay!
Yeah,
PJ
someone
found
posted
it.
the link on, yeah, PJ posted the link in the chat. Okay.
And it looks like morning glories pinned it. So yay! Thank you.
That's actually. Okay. I think that's an older version. Because there's this older version of that where it's not moving and it's just a screenshot, and that's from 2017.
Oh my gosh,
That's
morning
newer.
glories is Simon. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
Hello, Simon.
I was just calling you morning glories. I didn't know if you wanted to be called that here.
I did not know that. I was gonna say stuff, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I worked on stuff. And then released some builds, and then opened up the Discord, and people joined it, and now we're here. Yay!
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 I think I still remember like the whole thing where I couldn't even remember the original server icon until Len pointed out it was like a zoomed in version of the cat picture. So
And-
that was nice.
And the second one was a zoomed in version of Felina.
I remember the Felina one, just not the cat, until Len pointed it out.
I don't even think I was here for the first one, and I joined back in like early to mid 2020.
Yeah, Lem joined like when this server, yeah, like somewhere in 2019, and I was like, "Hello, one of the OGs." Points to Lem.
Yay!
Does anyone want to share some other LPSO revived lore?
I have
I-
autism.
That's true.
I would actually kind of like to hear how everybody here just found LPSO re.
Maybe we can
Should we
save
go
that
in
for the
order?
group questions.
Oh
Like
yes,
we have a section
can.
for group
We can
questions,
absolutely
but
do
we
that.
can add this
Okay,
to the
yeah.
group questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
All right, that's a good question though. We'll save that for the last section. All right.
Yep. Yay.
All right. Shall we go to the next question then?
Sure.
Love LPSO so much. All right. So next question.
Why isn't
I
it
believe-
loading? Sorry. It's there. There's. Okay. Wait. This is not working well. Here we go. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. Silly little puppy asked if for some reason you drop development, and it could happen. Will you share the progress or open source it so that someone can pick it up? Where did you source the files in the first place? Any answers?
I can answer this,
Hey,
but I don't know. Maybe Fee wants to.
I think you can answer it.
It's really simple. Like it's already open source, so it's on the GitHub of Feeflower. You can find it there, and you can contribute if you want. But it's already like open source. So we do. There's a tangent I want to go into with this question actually, because we do a lot of thinking about how to make this project sustainable in a way that we don't have to like stop it from existing in. We have to make a sustainable way to make this game. So, for example, we won't host our own servers for if we add multiplayer. We don't want to host our own servers because it's really expensive and we can't afford that. That's how the original game ended, because it was not. They couldn't afford servers, and we don't want to get in the same situation where we cannot afford servers. So we're thinking about all these kind of ways to keep the game sustainable. We keep it open source. We have probably we're thinking about self-hosted servers, but maybe there's going to be like some kind of peer-to-peer system. You know what I mean? Like something like that. We're thinking about that, but we're thinking about how to make this something that can outlast us, if that makes sense. And open sourcing it is one of the things that's necessary for that. Yeah.
Someone asked if they explained it in a blog post or something. The answer to that is stranger than you think. So one of the server developers joined the LPSO revived server and was like, "Hey, I was a backend developer," and I think they just stated that at least people were creating more accounts, or the server, the cost to maintain the server was like getting unmanageable, and there was just generally poor management. And from what he understood, it definitely could have been the server costs to maintain it. So yeah, that's a neat thing. And another developer came on. It's unrelated, or loosely related, but they were also working on a new map at the same time, and then development, the game shut down and development was canned, and everyone was like super disappointed that all the hard work they put on is just never gonna make into the game, because I think they were planning to release 1 or 2 new maps. Yeah, it's rough.
Herberry Plains.
Rip.
Exactly.
They were planning on releasing 3 new maps.
Yeah, Purberry Plains, Ferrybrook, and Popeye Island. In fact.
I think, yeah.
On
They
the
are
cost,
a bit
they already
of
had
media.
Sorry.
They were basically going to look like a little paw print when you put them all together.
Yeah, on the overworld map, or sorry,
Yeah.
on the entire world's map. When you zoom out, it would look like a paw print. It was cute.
They already made NPCs for the other islands and even sold merch for them, and then the game was cancelled. So like one island was close to completion, and the other ones were a work in progress, and we'll never see it.
It's very sad.
Furry was finished or close to completion though, because I don't remember if Daisy said that if it was done or not.
It
It looked
polished.
It looked close to being done. There was like concept art for the other, or like placeholder art for the other islands. So, and like they already had plans for the other islands, as seen in the like NPC merch that was being sold already. Like it was like pretty clear to them that they were gonna release it, but then it wasn't released. So like half of the LPSO merch is featuring NPCs that were never in the game, or just like had one line in the game and were like, you can visit me later, and you could never visit them. It was tragic.
Pensive emoji.
So sad.
There's
faded
here
away
a
in
long
existence.
question. I think the top obstacle that private servers remakes run into are complications regarding mismanagement, lack of communication, and overall disharmony between volunteers. What do you do or aim to do to avoid such negative outcomes and additionally keep the relationships between game staff and the overall community healthy? I think the communication between staff is healthy right now. We're really good friends. We're family. I don't know. Like I don't know what to say. Does anyone else want to add to this or?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go ahead, Mac.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like the Discord server, since a lot of the developers are really active in the server, a lot of the time, we tend to hear a lot about like what the community wants. Like, if the community wants, if somebody wants to help, for example, they will usually just ask in either the general chat or in the contributor chat, and we get to them relatively quickly, like as soon as we can. And we don't plan on stopping the line of communication. That would be kind of silly. So yeah, so I guess that's just the way that we will be going forward from there in terms of the community communication.
Yeah. I get along with everyone super well, and I like a lot of the server members that I talk to, which I don't talk too much, but overall it's very nice, I think. So I think we'll be okay for now, probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've been
Yeah.
here since. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
What do you want to say?
I was just basically agreeing with Mac and Minnie. We're good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna add on that I was like here since the beginning of time. And generally it's been pretty chill amongst ourselves, and we don't really tend to fight at all.
Yeah, we barely fight.
And it's been going relatively pretty smoothly, so far. And I know at the beginning I wasn't great at organizing or managing a lot of the stuff, especially since I had a lot of the bigger workload, but ever since we had more people on staff and who are definitely also really motivated to work on the game, it's helped out a lot, and there are people with varying skill sets who have contributed a lot to the project and have done like have done great. As I kind of also read that question as like managing servers in terms of like actual server costs and like the game handling, which is kind of different from a Discord server. Do you guys want to go into that, or you think that should be a different can of worms later?
Can you repeat the question? I was reading chat. I'm so sorry.
No, I misread the question. At first, I thought it was talking more about like server management and like once we have an actual game or we have like servers, semi-official servers where
Oh,
me
yeah.
or Vampy host one or something like that.
I
How
think
are we
it was
gonna
like
manage that?
I think it was like a multifaceted question, like a couple of things that go wrong in private servers. I think what I want to add about that is that we aren't even sure if we want to add multiplayer. We're just discussing that right now. Obviously, we want to add multiplayer, but the form that it's getting is being discussed right now, and we're not sure like how to make a safe environment for everyone. We've discussed like maybe joining your private Discord friends, something like that, to keep it safe. We've discussed multiple things. It's just not clear at this moment. Our first priority is single player, I think.
Also, to tack on the multiplayer thing, it's certainly not an easy task, not only from like an architecture standpoint, but also the fact that, like Amy said, it's security reasons. It could also be like modding or moderation definitely can be an issue, and if something goes wrong, then we might also be held liable. Stuff like that, and we definitely are very interested in keeping players safe and not, have someone get hurt because of our game, because that would be terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a really complicated issue, and there's also like the whole password management system and how do we identify players in between joining sessions and all the like. It gets complicated really fast, but we will definitely try to add multiplayer, and if it doesn't go anywhere, then it doesn't go anywhere. But it's not like we're saying we're not trying to add it, but we'll rather figure it out. As per someone actually just asked about donation system, but no, we will not do donations ever. I will try my best to do server costs and do everything on my own, but holding up donations would get us into hot water, and I would never do that.
Yeah, and we're gonna avoid having any cost at all. Oh, sorry.
Once I get it.
I will try and help with costs whenever I get like a better job, because I want to support like all of this in the ways that I can. So
Yeah.
Sorry, Vampy, what did you say? Because you were cut out.
Oh, it's all good. I was just saying that I would also like to help with server costs and all that once I actually get a reliable job. So yeah.
I think our first priority should be to avoid any cost at all, like to make sure that everything is free, and that if we cannot, I think we should make sure that if we cannot afford it anymore, that if we have a server system or anything like that, then it should be able for people to self-host, so that people can have their own, like, it's like a sustainable way for people to host their own systems and servers and everything, like something like that. I don't know, like, but there has to be like some kind of fallback system for when we cannot afford it anymore, and I think that should be our priority right now.
Thinking about it, I actually have a friend that runs another Revive project, and thinking about it, I could probably ask him for more information on server hosting and all that, and I can get back to you guys later about it.
Oh yeah, sure. That's fine.
I've seen server costs, or at least the last time I checked, it can range from $30 on the lower end to like more and more, just depending on how many resources you want for the server and how much you want to scale and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think my friend told me the servers for his project are like $20 to $25 right now a month or something, so I can double check with him to see.
Would you consider to make the server code open source so folks can make their own communities? Yeah, that's something that I really want. We're not really entirely sure about that yet. Private servers are a bit of a difficult topic in MMO remakes, but I think it should be important for people to host their own servers. Yeah.
I second it. I personally am of the opinion that it should be open source.
Yeah.
If there's any reason that there shouldn't, then that will be a thing, but I think it's important to be transparent to the community and to let them also know what exactly they're downloading and what they're running. Especially since like the game's source code is open source. Why wouldn't the servers be open source? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think the server. Yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing, and it should be our main priority to make it sustainable in a way that if we all like, if we have good ideas, like we want to afford this, we want to afford that, but let's say we all end the project one day, then it should be like a self-containing thing that people can just run and play. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So the open source nature of it should apply to both the client and the server. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
shall we go on to
Also,
the next? Oh yeah.
We had a question a little further up into the chat from It's Gur, and they were asking if all of us played the original.
Oh yeah.
We can answer that in
Oh,
the
I didn't
group
see
session
that.
later on. Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
me
we're gonna
write that
answer it in
down
the. Yeah.
later.
Yeah, that's a good group question for at the end.
Yeah, exactly. So shall we go on to the next question then?
Yes.
Yeah. One more question, and then we should be taking a small break.
Yeah, exactly.
We will still be here though. But yeah. So
There's a new follower. Thank you. Thank you for the follow.
thank you. So
Amy
a couple of you asked if players can enter the codes from their real life LPS
Can someone?
plushies into
Can
the
someone?
game.
Sorry. Can someone ban that person?
Oh.
It's a bot.
Oh, yummy.
Medium-sized to fight. Thank you.
Deleted.
All right. Let's see. Mac. Yeah. Go on.
My bad. Yeah, so a couple of people asked if real life LPS plushie codes would be working in our game. That's a tough that's a tough question.
I think it's a really easy question. I can answer this if you want.
Sure.
The thing is, these plushies used special codes that were like they were like what's the word? I can find it like
They were
Randomly generated during manufacturing.
yeah, exactly. And we cannot like reverse engineer these codes. It's impossible. And even if we did, then we would ruin like the idea of having these codes, because then they will be open source. You know what I mean? If we open source all the codes, then everyone would have these codes. So even if we could, we wouldn't do it. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
And we don't plan on monetizing the game, so selling codes or giving away selling codes definitely is out of the prospect, because that's a big no-no. And
Yeah.
giving away codes might be a little tricky, and we'd have to try to see if like we can synchronize that across all servers and stuff like that. If we do plan to go to the self-managed host way, it would be like a huge thing we would have to consider.
Just a brain fart of me right now is that it would be cool to make like an ARG to find codes, but that's something we can discuss later.
Yeah,
not-
true. But it-
I think that would be cute.
Yeah.
That would be fun. It's just it would be like I think it would just be a huge project, and like the whole thing is that even just getting the original pets and stuff like that, or like a pet you have, for example, and getting their code in it'd be nearly impossible. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Joseph asked, is the source already available on GitHub? Yeah, it is. It is already available. I can post the GitHub on. It should be on the Discord, but it already is open source. Yeah.
Digital is asking. So I'd assume all things you could get from codes in the original would be attunable through gameplay. There were different kinds of codes, if you could call it. There were the plushie codes that gave you membership and like tickets to make the pets, but also they were just like codes that anybody could use on their account one time that would redeem items and stuff like that. We do want to have that system at some point, but currently we don't have that in the vertical slice at least. But yeah, we do want to do that at some point if we can.
We have one code in there.
We have one
It's
code in
just
there.
not
I was
what you
just
think it
I was
is
just
for.
gonna say that. Yeah. Okay. Say it.
It's the Sims one. I
Yeah,
forgot what it's called.
It's model
That's
load.
right, that's
It's
right.
model load. We have the model
Model
load code.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives you
Also,
10,000
I
Gives
would
you
kibble.
money.
I would like to add that the plushie codes didn't actually give you membership. They only gave you like golden tickets, so you could create premium pets without needing a membership to play the pet.
Oh, I actually didn't know that they didn't give you membership. What the heck?
It depends on the plushie code and on the
It
time.
depended on the code and all that. Some codes gave you a golden ticket. I think those were the ones for the plushies, and the ones for the toys and all that. I believe those were the ones that gave you membership.
Yeah, but plushie sometimes gave you limited membership.
Yeah.
But it depended on the plushie. It usually said on the packaging, and it depended on like the time frame. Because in early LPSO they give away membership easily. Then later on they revoked a lot of the membership codes. And then at the very ending, every code that you entered gave membership, unlimited membership, because the game was gonna close.
So
Yeah.
that explains why I don't have much memory of not being a member.
Yeah. The codes were just like confusing when you follow the timeline. Like when trying to figure out the timeline is what's confusing because of the disparity between entering codes and everything.
All right. I think this is a good moment to have like a little break. We're gonna be back in like about 10 minutes. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
That is fine by me.
All right. I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right. See you in a bit. Bye bye. All right. Hello everyone. We're back. Thank you all for the follows and the spam of the Battle Royale game. I see everyone's enjoying the Battle Royale game. That's fun. Keep spamming them. They're not a distraction at all. I mean that. It's just my autism that can't.
It's so fun and it's so silly.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So now we'll get in the section of group questions. These are questions that each of us are going to answer one for one. I think we're going to skip PJ in this section. I don't know if we're going to skip Lem. Lem, are you able to answer these questions?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So shall we go on to the first question then, Mac? Or
Yeah, sounds good to me.
all right.
So, not Simon has asked, what's the hardest part about developing something like this? And conversely, what's the easiest part?
All right. So we're gonna do this in order of like how we're presented on the screen. So I'll start with these questions. For me, the easiest part is what's the easiest part? That's probably harder to answer than what's the hardest part. The easiest part is probably adding content. Like once you have a system in place, adding more content to it is easier because the system has to be created first. For example, you have a system that allows for furniture. I made that system to put furniture into your house. And then the easiest part is to add more furniture, if you know what I mean, because the system is already created if we have the assets for it. Conversely, the hardest part is, I think, what's the hardest part? So up until this point, nothing was really hard. It was all like smooth sailing for me. But I think the hardest part is going to be multiplayer, for sure. So that's my answer, Lem.
All parts are like challenging in their own way. But my least favorite part was working on pet sprites, which is why we're not really done with a lot of fetch rights because I'm not really good at it. The easiest part is working on like map items, for me at least. But we will have to resize everything, so that's gonna be not exactly hard, but like time consuming. So I don't really look forward to that, but we'll do it. I'm done.
Okay, so Rowan is asking what to do with the gold. I have not made anything for the gold, so the gold is just vanity. Yeah, Mac, go ahead.
The hardest part for me, it's not even really about creating the assets themselves, because a lot of them are really easy and fun for me to spend time working on. It's mostly like thinking about how my motivation dwindles. Like sometimes I'll be crazy and do a ton of assets in like a week, and then I won't do anything for a long time because that's just how I work. It's difficult for me sometimes, but yeah, I guess that's the easiest part is making the art for me. The hardest part is maintaining my motivation.
Right. So, Astro Monster is asking, is there a planned release date for LPSO Revived? There is none. We do have a fake roadmap that we want to follow, but we don't have a set schedule, and it ties in with Mac's comment on motivation. Like, we're all neurodivergent. 100% of us have autism, and no, not 100%. I think I don't know. I maybe, but we have motivation issues. We do our best. If we can't do it, then we won't. It's gonna take longer. So that's just what it is. Okay, we're gonna fight Tom Nook right now. That's awesome. Have fun with fighting Tom Nook. So yeah.
Oh, we're fighting Tom Nook.
We're fighting Tom Nook, yeah. Autism Revived, yeah, exactly. That's what it is. So Minnie, do you want to answer the question right now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the easiest part is probably just like making the assets. Like, I can do pet sprites. They're pretty easy now that I know what I'm doing and I know how the parts move and stuff in the animations. But I think the hardest parts about like what I work on is probably just like doing the animations themselves, because I still struggle with that. I'm pretty new to puppet animation, and I don't have like a lot of time to focus on like studying the animations and working on them, because I'm also working on my degree for biology, so that's a lot. And yeah, so it's mostly just a matter of time and motivation for me as the hardest part, because I still need to learn a lot before I can make a very smooth, wonderful animations for everybody.
Yes. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I think we can go. I think we're gonna skip BJ right now and go to
BJ
Fampi.
did not have an answer for this one.
Yeah, exactly. So Fampi, what is your answer to this question?
So, I guess the hardest part for me is probably rigging the actual puppets, and also getting them to the format that we need, because I don't really have an art program that supports SVG, PSD, and PSB all at one go. So so that's definitely the hardest part for me, and I've actually often been going to Minnie to help me with that. But yeah, rigging is definitely the hardest part for me, and the easiest part for me, while it's time consuming and understimulating, the easiest part for me is definitely doing the animations themselves.
I just want to add on top of that, but like the dev team has heard me complain about like the PSB stuff for the rigs. Like constantly because there's a thing in Unity where if you want a nice rigging system with no, if you want a nice layered file format for characters, then you have to use the PSB format, but it's only exclusive to Cringe Shop. Okay, you have to use
Cringe-
Photoshop. Yeah, Amy calls it Cringe Shop.
Don't have Photoshop. I think one of the only devs here that does have it is Minnie. So she's been the primary one to convert everything to PSB.
Yeah, and I can still help with that too.
Okay, the dumbest part, you can literally take a PSD file and then rename it to a PSB and it will work when you import it into Unity.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But isn't PSB the same as PSD? Just it can take a bigger file size?
Yeah. But like when you import it into Unity, it'll let you. You can just rename it the file extension and it'll accept it. It's just that for some reason if you use the PSD extension, it'll be like, "No, this is not layered, but rename it to a PSB and you're fine." It hates
Wait,
I hate Unity for this. It makes me mad.
Thank you,
Yeah, me
Dorkness,
too.
still
Goodness,
for
no.
following. Sorry.
Never apologize for getting a follower.
No, exactly. All right. I think. V still has to answer what is the easiest and what is the hardest part.
Oh yeah. I used to joke about animations being the hardest part because I hated animating, and everyone in the dev team knows I don't like animating because it does something to my brain that I can't understand. It's the ADHD.
it turns your brain off.
It turns my brain off in ways that I can't understand. But if for a more better answer, I think the harder parts are generally stuff like making decisions on what exactly to include and what not to include, and trying to understand and acknowledge all of the compromises you have to make. It's really vague, but like things like code architecture and like planning things out and what exactly do you want to do in the code, etc., etc. Or like, for example, I have this thing that I have to do really quickly. I'm going to probably have to compromise quality of my own code base, stuff like that, and like debugging the whole Git management stuff that can be challenging, at least in my opinion. As for what's easier, I think a lot of the stuff that we tend to add in the Waggington, it usually feels really smooth, and I feel like I could do it for hours on end. Or like the whole pet customization stuff, that was really fun when I did it, and having it switch out and then like, you know, add all the animations, add all the sauce that kind of makes it look shiny and pretty, and like it's not technically the most difficult part of coding. It's actually really easy because all you're doing is adding animations and small little button interactions and stuff, but it makes it so much more satisfying and much nicer, and it just adds the icing on the cake, you know?
That's what you say. Like, saucing is for me really difficult.
I know. I feel like it's an artistic thing, but for me, it like completes. It adds this sense of satisfaction. It's really hard to describe. But you also like, for you doing the bare bones stuff in a really good way is nice, because I can't do that. I have to like plan ahead for that sort of thing, and it tends to get really muddy fast, especially if you have something like executive dysfunction where planning out is like hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tend to get overwhelmed by some of the things when I add in stuff. What else? Back when I worked on the pet sprites, that was really fun. And like animating them. Yeah, animating not so much, but integrating the animations and whatnot into the code, that was fun. And the functionality for it. Yeah, that's basically it.
Alright. Shall we go to the next question then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's time.
Mac, are you ready?
Yep. So next question is from Anonymous. Goodness. I can't believe Anonymous knows about LPSO.
Yeah,
For any of you
exactly.
who played the original LPSO, what's your favorite memory of playing the original game?
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
so some of us
I
haven't
can't
played.
answer this question, so I think we have to go to Lem immediately.
So I met a person on LPSO, and they agreed to do a family roleplay with me, and then I saw them again another time, and I was like, "Hey, it's me. We roleplayed together," and they were like, "Who are you? Go away!" And I was really sad. Yeah, but it's my favorite memory for some reason.
Nice.
As for me, I guess, like, I don't know if this is like just bias from working on the Revive project, but I guess my most treasured memory would be that I was extremely frustrated that I couldn't get the platypus collectopet because the gem swap game was too hard, and that like uncovered a quest, like a missing quest that we had for the platypus that wasn't in any videos. I was really frustrated with the fact that I really wanted to play the platypus for some reason.
I can imagine.
I
Maybe you
couldn't.
can in the revived version, and your dreams can
For
finally
sure.
come true.
You were so mad at it that it made you remember, which is kind of really funny.
Yeah.
Can we all just agree that Felina is so stupid?
Felina
Like-
is so stupid.
I feel bad for
So
Selena.
stupid.
Who feels bad for Felina? Oh, thanks
That
for the
was me.
anime, wow. But yeah,
I should answer now.
you should
right?
answer now, Minnie.
Yeah, so my favorite memory of the original game, was not really like I liked the art. I thought it was so cute. And I liked the mini games too, but my favorite part was just like talking to people. But more specifically, I had like this one friend that I made because I was like role playing by myself, and then this person joined me, and we played like wizards. So we ran around Kittywood pretending to be like magic school students. And I think that was like my favorite part of logging on. I just really liked hanging out with them, but that's about it.
I can imagine,
really.
yeah. It's a nice
That
place
sounds
to make friends.
adorable.
I have like the same feel. Okay, this is a tangent, but I have the same feeling in Ponytown. Like some people are just like, when I see them come online, I'm like, oh yeah, you gave me a flower once. Like Mac has this as well. Like I feel like some people are just when I see them be online, and I just get happy. Some people just make me happy on Ponytown. But yeah, I hope to get the same feeling in LPSO as well.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that person eventually like kept hanging out with me, and we became like best friends in the game.
That is absolutely precious.
That's awesome, yeah. That's awesome. Did you ever find out like there are other social media accounts or
No, I was
So-
like 8 or 9 or something, and I didn't have
Yeah.
like a phone or any other social media, and I don't think
Yeah.
they did either. So when the game shut down, that was like the last time I ever saw them.
I feel like a lot of friendships ended when LPSO kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so
Do you
sad.
Do you still remember their name or your character's name? Maybe. you
I
can
don't remember
yell
their
it out.
username. I don't remember their username, but I do remember that their cat was named Lime. They were like a Darja cat, except with like green accents.
That's very specific. I love that you remember that.
I love that
Any-
too.
For anyone in the chat who had a Darja cat with green accents and was called Lime, please come forward.
Yeah,
Please.
exactly.
Need a reuniting immediately.
Exactly.
PJ has an answer for this question, but you know, since they're not talking, do you guys mind if I read their answer for?
Yeah, please
for
read
him?
it for PJ.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so PJ says, the first time I ever experienced betrayal by another child, I was in LPS TV sitting on one of the interactable items. in the original LPSO, you couldn't click on the profile of somebody who was interacting with an item. So this other kid came up and told me to get off the chair so he could send me a gift. I got off the chair and they immediately stole my spot instead of giving me a gift. I think that changed me forever.
Understandable.
You-
Yeah, that's a good memory.
EJ has learned the meaning of betrayal that day.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Vampy,
So
what's your
sorry,
answer?
PJ.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember that much of the original LPSO, even though I am the reason we know one of the tutorial quests, but aside from that, I guess my favorite part was probably customizing different pets and using the tickets, and also just collecting them all.
Hmm.
Yeah, I also really
understandable.
liked
Yeah,
making
it was
the
very
pets and
fun
stuff.
to collect.
Can we get an F in the
I
chat for the fighters against Nuke? Like, yeah, they did their best, but
Tom
they
Nook strikes again.
yeah, Tom Nook won. There we go.
No,
I'm sorry.
Tom Nook!
He's
No!
too
Tom Nook
powerful.
No!
I think
Alright.
I completely missed my turn.
Who
Oops.
missed her turn? Oh yeah.
Me.
You joined
I wasn't paying
the battle,
attention.
but yeah, exactly. All right. I think all that's left is Fee then for this question.
And Vampy?
Huh?
Oh,
Fa-
Vampy just went.
Yeah, I just went.
Okay.
I didn't really have much of an answer because I don't remember much.
Okay, I think my brain like shut off for that moment. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. I had this vivid memory of like being 6 and when the game like freshly came out, and I think they gave you like a silver ticket after creating because I had the pet that I got and I also had like a ticket, and I think it was a silver ticket, and I was able to make a cat. And I was like walking around down Waggington and then going down and then into like the grassy area. And I see these people like talking, and I'm like, what do they do that? Are they like NPCs or something? I was 6. And I was just like hanging around them because I didn't really conscientize, acknowledge, realize, I don't know, that they were like other people until like it kind of hit me that those were other people, and I was like, okay, cool. And they were like playing hide and seek, but I didn't know how to talk in that game because I didn't figure out that there was a chat button in the corner that you could type in words, so I was just wordlessly staring at everyone and then running along with them and playing hide and seek. So you had this person just like counting down and stuff, and I was running around, and they would play with me. They included me, which is, yeah, I agree. The person who said true autism, I agree.
Aw.
So eventually I think they sent me a friend request and then like a BFF request, and I was like, okay, cool. And then after that I learned how to talk like the day after or something, and I was sad that I learned just then how to talk and not that time.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
never.
I feel like
Aw.
some of these favorite memories are very sad memories. Why do you have sad memories as favorite memories? Can you explain
They're
that?
not
Or
sad. I feel like they're bittersweet, or they're very remarkable, and you kind of
Oh, yeah.
remember them in a different light as
Ah,
when you're
yeah.
older.
I understand. All right.
PJ.
Yeah.
Anyone
Please say
else
that
has
it
something to
seems like
add,
you're
or
younger.
Okay, if anyone remembers a fuchsia pink cat called Diana, that was me. Please reunite with me, person who sent me a BFF request. I want to resolve this conflict that I started at 6 years old.
Oh.
I hope somebody finds you.
Please.
I hope so too.
I just vaguely remember what my characters were named and what they look like, but, like, Oh wait, there was one time where I think I was role playing someone, and then it was like a ghost or something, and then they were like shoves grass up your nose.
What?
Oh my gosh. I remember.
Oh my god.
I remember the server that I played in had a lot of the Darja cats running around, and they mostly hung out near the TV studios. Not TV studios, the dance studio. So I'm pretty sure that it was actually Darja, because I'm pretty sure I played in the same server.
You play with Darja? Wow.
Oh my
I
god, a
think
celebrity.
I've never actually
celebrity,
interacted with
yeah.
them, but I've seen them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I might have also seen a bunch of Dodger cats while playing as well.
Can you all
I don't
talk a little
remember.
bit more without me because I need to go to the toilet real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh,
Just-
can you switch to the next question?
I can
just-
switch to the next question. Yeah. Just
Alright,
be
cool.
right back. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, as for the next question, Digital asks, what is the team's favorite thing about LPSO? Amy isn't here right now. She just left. So, Lem should start us off. Maybe she can answer later.
Nothing. Just kidding. I loved everything about this. My girlfriend jokingly said that, and I was like, "That's so funny. I'm gonna steal it." Anyways, so yeah, I loved everything about LPSO, but my favorite part were the maps. Like exploring the maps, I would spend time. I would waste so much time going around the map and just interacting with every single thing, and yeah, that's my favorite thing, and so I'm really glad that we have the Waggington map already. We cannot really interact with anything, but yeah, the map design was really my favorite part. It's so like it was so important to me as a child that like growing up when I played with LPS figures, I would like recreate the LPSO maps with my toys as much as I could, which wasn't really that successful because there were no LPS themed houses or anything, but sorry for going on a tangent, but I really like the maps.
That's like
Yeah,
super
that's
fair.
cute.
The maps were so cute.
They were adorable.
The maps are crazy. They have so much detail and assets put into them. Even the tiles have like God knows how many permutations or like details on them that you have to specifically add like
Yeah.
colors,
But that-
shades, play arrangements. Huh?
I feel like that's a theme that's going on in this game. Like for every like facet of the game, there's like it's so well done, so detailed, so ahead of its time. It was 2009 that this game came out, and it was like one of the for a Flash game, it was like one of the biggest MMOs there was. I think in content and quality wise, it was really ahead of its time.
There's so much things just in that game.
Yeah,
That,
content.
like,
Yeah.
It's hard to realize as a kid, kind of, because like you just kind of see these map items and you're like, wow, that's cool. But like if you think about all of the animations dedicated to the pets and to the items, the interactions with those items, all of the features, the scrapbook should be its own game at this
I'm
point.
I'm so serious, yes.
Yeah.
Scrapbook's insane.
The I don't know, the animations like kind of made me realize this because there's so many. Like,
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
think
I had
about
to go
every
through and
oh,
sort a bunch.
like the amount that are in the pet customization, then you have variations for each of the species, then you have variations for each of the types of pets and the walking and running animations, then you have the emotes and like the interactions with other pets. It's like jarring how much stuff that the the original animators did that I'm like scared of them.
Understandable. Yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same way.
Flash is not the most fun thing to animate in. Like if you
Yeah.
animated those rigs, they suck to animate with. They're not great.
Yeah. When I was working with the original like Swift files, oh my god, the rig was so hard to work with. I don't know how they managed to do what they did. It's like magic. I'm so impressed, and it's like really big shoes to fill.
This is a spoiler alert. The original LPSO developer team was probably also extremely autistic for for this kind of game.
Understandable.
To be honest, yeah, they were also like a really... I don't know if they were a small development team or not. I know the government wanted to fund them. They did fund them. You know, just like how any other government would fund game studios. I think it's an interesting facet anyway.
Yeah, I think it was the Quebec government.
Yeah, the Quebec government was like, hey, you're an arts and culture industry. Here's some money. Make us something cool. And we were like, hello, Hasbro. Give us your IP. We'll make something cool with it. And guess what? They did. I'm probably also bastardizing this story. Oh, context for that?
No, this is literally how it went.
The Quebec government funded Frema Studio. There is a financial... I don't know if there's a financial document. There was an article on it. They gave, like, at least millions.
Wow.
In, like, the early 2000s. I mean, they also made Build-A-Bearville, didn't they? Yeah.
I
really don't know.
Yeah, but they sent money specifically for LPSO because LPS are such a big brand, so they were like, oh, this is like really promising. This is going somewhere. We're gonna fund the Frema. We're gonna fund Frema Studios to work on LPSO. That way, Quebec can have like a game industry, and it worked. They have a game industry, so
yeah.
Yeah, it probably... I feel like the amount of revenue was probably, like, incredibly affected by what Frema made and, like, how much that brought in for them and et cetera, and they were like, yes, bring us money.
This has nothing to do with anything, but one of my favorite speedrunner teams are from Quebec. They're called No Reset. Do you know them?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
They're really good.
Familiar.
Yeah, No Reset is from Quebec. I know some of them personally. They're really nice. Yeah,
That's
anyway.
so cool.
Quebec has a lot of wild things that you don't expect that people have, but just do for some
Yeah,
reason.
exactly.
Like, I kind of lost my mind that LPSO is from Quebec. But, like, it's technically not from Montreal, which is the more industrial city in terms of tech, but, you know.
Yeah.
Well.
So, Mac, have you been keeping track of who has answered this question, or?
Mac?
I'm so sorry, I was muted. Excuse me.
Alright, that's fine.
Oh, all good.
The funny thing is that Lem was like speaking, and then V-Flower like said something, and then we just got into a whole other conversation.
Oh, so we should go back to Lem then. We should go back to Lem.
Oh, I think Lem actually finished what he was saying, but
yeah.
you never said anything, Amy, if you want, so we can go
What
like
is
Lem, Amy, and then like continue with me.
Alright, what's my favorite thing about LPSO? I think... Okay, so I never played LPSO. I a little bit of origin story here. I've known Lem now for like... How many years? Like 5, 6, I don't know. And Lem was at some point like, we need a programmer on the team, and are you able to program for us? And I joined, and I started programming. I made a mini game. It was really fun. I started programming more and more, and then I started to like get to know the people on the team. And so right now, my favorite thing about LPSO is the people that are so autistic for this game. And like I can just appreciate a good autism. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter like what it is, but if you're autistic about something, then I just want to know about it. And Lem introduced me to like this wonderful community of people who are very passionate about this game, and I just want to help like program, you know, like make this game become a reality. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing, the
That's
people.
awesome.
The autism. Autism is my favorite thing about LPSO. Yeah.
True. Our neurodivergency did allow us to like at least continue working on this game and love it more, because this is such a niche thing that like I don't know, otherwise I probably wouldn't have pursued it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, congrats, Digital, on your recent autism diagnosis. Yippee!
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. Hell yeah. Also, I posted the link to the article, but basically, they got $2 million of investments, and half of it was from the Quebec government. So, like, at least $1 million went into Freema because of
Nice.
LPSO.
Gosh.
Funny. Yes, so.
Okay, so it's Mac's turn, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
they
Well, I
defeated.
guess-
Oh, oh, okay.
Oh my
I have to explain something. I never made the death animation for Tom Nook because I never imagined someone would defeat him, but they did, and now they see like the default death animation. But yeah, okay, they got him. Congrats,
Great
people!
work,
You all
Ed.
defeated
Congrats.
Tom Nook.
we
You see my
pulled
yeah,
the bell economy. Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Tom Nook, let's go.
Congratulations.
Everybody up there.
With the power of autism and LPSO, we beat Tom Nook.
And they saw my
Exactly,
default death
yes.
animation. Yeah. Okay. Mac.
I did nothing.
Oh, well, for me, my favorite thing, it's just that I don't really even have one favorite thing about LPSO. It is literally everything. Just the fact that this game exists at all, or ever did exist. I love the fact that there was a game where you can just create a little guy, and that's just you just walk around and you do things for your little guys, and I love that so much. I want it so bad. I remember when I originally joined the server, I started watching a lot of LPSO videos from YouTube, mostly Darja videos, and I had this really warm feeling inside of my body, just feeling like so comfortable reliving this experience, and I really want to recreate that again, like the same sort of like safe, happy feeling of like just innocent childhood stuff. I just want that so bad, and I love that LPSO is this a great thing. I love this.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It really is.
Maybe I can read some chat messages now before we go on to Mini. Is that okay?
Shout out to yeah, I like Kit Shell's.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. Like, Kitchell says, I used to always RP as a boy in LPSO. Years later, I come out as a boy. Who would have known I had T-boy swag in me? Thanks, LPSO. That's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. Like, for me, it was in Roblox. I played a girl, and you know, turned out I was a girl. So yeah.
Wait, what happened to us?
Oh, we're flying around everywhere because we're screensaver.
Yeah,
Oh, heck yeah.
that's a screensaver redeem. Yeah. What else? What else did we miss?
I pretended
Shout
to
out
be
to
a boy.
LPSO for inventing autism. Love that.
I pretended to be a boy on LPSO to date girls.
Nice.
now you just girl. That's this LPSO was like the initial push that you needed.
Yeah.
Congrats on the gender. Yeah, exactly. Congrats on the gender. When you figure out your gender, yeah, that's a good feeling. We're all very
LPSO
gender
brings a
in
lot
here.
of good feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Absolutely,
gender.
yeah.
So Snacknet Red says, I don't know why I wasn't expecting the team to be autistic, despite being autistic myself, and LPSO being an autism magnet. Lol. Yeah, I think like I'm not autistic. I have schizophrenia, but the rest of the team has autism, and I think like you know, that's just what it is. Like neurodivergent people. Oh, there's another battle royale redeem. Nice. Yeah, LPSO attracts autism and neurodivergency. Yeah, exactly. So I think we can go on to Minnie now. Minnie can answer the question. What is the team's favorite thing about LPSO?
Before I answer real quick, I want to say that I don't know exactly what I have, just that I have something. Like I don't know what kind of neurodivergency I have, but most of my family has like ADHD, and then there's some autism, so I don't know, there's something. But my favorite thing about LPSO
just a mixed bag of nuts.
Probably, yeah. But it's probably I don't know what it is actually. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my favorite thing. I really like all of it. Really, I love the pets. I love the animations for the
Minnie
pets.
versus Vanitas.
Yeah, and like
Minnie, you won.
oh my gosh, no, I haven't won yet. I did.
You just won the battle royale.
Oh my god.
How do I join the battle royale? Do I just wait for my character to appear?
Yeah,
basically.
Everyone just joins automatically.
Okay, I have no idea where I left off.
Sorry.
You said you love everything about LPSO.
Oh yeah. I mostly like I love everything, including like the map and the pets and the music and everything. But I think my favorite part has to be just the pets themselves. Like they're so cute. And like the way that they're animated it baffles me because I have been trying to recreate these animations. I've been studying them. I've been staring at them for like I don't even know how many hours. And I go and I capture a bunch of animations, not just the pet animations too, but like the animations for the objects, because there's like animated objects throughout the map. Like there's the pinwheels, they move around, and then there's the balloons and those float, and then you have like the flowers. Did you know that the flower patches actually have idle animations? Like there's like a little flower
The
that's
teeniest little animation, yes, the smallest little animation.
yeah, it's so hard to notice, but once you do, it's like, oh my gosh, they actually put that detail into the game. And then I think for the spring festival, there was like a little spot where there was like water dripping off of I think Welcome Waggington or something like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, they actually animated that. But I just really like all the detail that they put into all of this, and it's really daunting trying to fill in like the shoes of the people who actually made the animations before, like Vampy and I. But I think we can do it. But I just think it's really fascinating, and I think I have a bias towards the animations just because that's what I work with. But it's really fun, I think.
I don't want to. Sorry, the thingy, push to talk acting weird. It messed up my Twitch. I don't want to interrupt, but someone asked also if we played other MMOs and stuff like that. Could we like answer that later? Because that's a cool question.
Yeah.
We have a section at the end for answering
okay.
like any questions that chat has.
Oh,
Right
true.
now.
Yeah.
After this stream, we're gonna talk for half an hour about Ponytown, by the way. I feel so bad for not noticing all the details as a kid. The game was genuinely made with so much love, says Snacknet Red. Yeah, it is. It is. Like, I never played it, but I've looked at all the references and all the footage we have and all Doja Cat videos, and I can tell that it's like, you know, it's really well made and like really, you know. Does anyone else want to say something about this or?
think
I was gonna
Um,
mention the fact that, like, it's kind of hard to pick up on these details, at least for me, when you're younger, and until you get older and you start trying to recreate the assets, you
Yeah.
actually start to kind of do the mental math, trying to
Yeah.
calculate how much time it took to do X and Y, and it's like, holy shit, there's so much stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, like, is it okay if we take a little break because we're 30 minutes further into the stream? Would it be a good moment to take a little break?
sure.
Yeah, sure. Everybody,
I don't mind.
you guys in the chat included, drink some water, go to the bathroom, eat some,
Yeah,
some
exactly.
food.
So we're gonna take a 10-minute break and then we'll be right back. All right, and then we're gonna go back to Fempi. Fempi or PJ has to answer the question. So remember that. We're gonna come back in 10 minutes. All right.
See y'all
I'm gonna
soon.
go to the beer work stream. Okay. Bye bye.
Okay.
All right. We're back. We're back.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Lam had to
Hi,
leave,
friend.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
But we are still here to answer
We're still here.
any questions that you guys want to ask right now.
No, first we have to answer. I think it's Minnie's turn to answer. What's your favorite thing about LPSO, or
Oh no,
Fampi maybe?
answered. Yeah, I think it's Vampy's turn.
Fampi's turn. All right.
For me, it's just basically everything about LPSO. Just the graphics, the animations, the maps. They're all just so well made. You could tell that a lot of love has been put into the game.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad just thinking about the fact that shut down so soon.
Hmm.
Yeah. It is really sad.
It is sad.
That's an emoji.
PJ, do you have anything?
Let's see. Oh, PJ wrote in the chat, as a kid I was so drawn to the vibes. The one thing that stuck in my head all these years was the Waggington main theme that's playing on stream right now. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they also said I have so much appreciation for the rest of the game now that I'm working on it, but the vibes are immaculate. They really put so much love and thought into it. Show message into it. It blows me away.
Yeah,
agree.
Right.
I'd agree.
I
Yeah.
agree.
There's a lot of good mood setting in this game that they just do really, really well by, like, first off setting the aesthetic and, like, this really peppy and upbeat nature for the music that PJ pointed out, but also it tends to relax more at places like Waggington where you feel at least a little more at ease since there's, like, a lot of plants and, like, grass, and you're just kind of chilling and having fun in Waggington versus
Yeah.
Kittywood, which is filled with streets and it's more upbeat and you can run around and, like, go in all these cool buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, the sound effects were just so silly, and I loved it.
Yes. I love the sound effects so much. And PJ also said it strikes the perfect balance between being cutesy without being like super pink and girly, you know? Not
Yeah,
that
it
there's
does.
anything wrong with that, but it certainly wouldn't have stuck with me so much if it was more Barbie-esque. Which, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the whole like LPSO or like Little Pet Shop outside LPSO also has like this blue and like this gender neutral marketing that makes it like a very like it's pets. Who doesn't like animals? It isn't girly. It's just animals. Like you can be a boy
Exactly.
and like animals.
Mhm.
And PJ also said they missed out hardcore when they tried to market exclusively to little girls. They had so much to work with. Which, yeah, I completely agree. I feel I feel like just trying to market to little girls has hurt them a lot, and just because of that, it was a success.
Yeah.
I agree. Especially later on. I feel like when it first started out, it felt a lot more accessible and gender neutral, especially with the plush designs and how you can access the game and whatnot. It didn't feel like particularly over fixated on being pink and super glamorous and feminine. It was just cutesy and just kind of fun and lighthearted.
And that's what I love so much about it.
Yeah. Alright, then I think all that's left is... did we have Fampi? Fampi, did you answer this question? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Alright, so Fee, you can answer this question now.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to answer it. Well, I feel like I did kind of answer it before, but I could go on really quick. Or like, because I just talk a lot, so I might have or may not answer it, but basically my answer is kind of similar to everyone else's. It's just the amount of dedication and effort that the original developers put in. Like, that's something I just kind of realized when I started working on the project, and like, once you start trying to learn all these techniques, like on how to program things, or if you go through some of the blog posts that one of the programmers wrote, I think he would share tips and tricks on like how to optimize particle systems in Flash, which was really cool. And it felt like an overall coordinated effort for everyone to just put their love and dedication into this one game because they really did want it to succeed and to grow. And I don't know, I think that's really nice. You can really tell how ahead of its time it was in 2009, which is crazy to think about now because when I was 5, not 5, I was like 6 or 7, I didn't think twice about it. You were like, wow, cool game, I want to play as my pet.
Funny game.
Pink cat, doggy. I put code in game and now I have a cool doggy. Nice. Yeah. But once you look at the animations and then you're like, oh god, they did the winter stuff. They did the spring stuff. So not only is there Waggington and the base game, there are the extra events that they did. There's the mini games that they added, like Kittywood in itself is just a can of worms. The insides of like all of the buildings and all of the assets inside that, the interactable items, like the list just goes on and on. Like I could literally talk about this game's content all day
I can
because of how
imagine,
much
yeah.
stuff they put in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I
and
think the
you mentioned
consensus is... Oh,
festivals.
sorry.
Oh, you mentioned the festivals, like the winter and the spring one, and there was also the fall one that was called the Boo and Bark Festival. But I don't think we have the names for the other two.
The
But-
Bark
Oh,
and
the
Boo
Halloween
Festival.
one.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's so cool, and they had like little Halloween outfits, and then they would change the front page to match with the festival. Like
really?
it was, yeah, I think so. No, didn't they change the front page?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't really
go there very often.
I'm pretty sure that they did, but there were also like things that you could go dig around through pumpkins or treats or whatever, and you could get like food items. I think one of them was like a little pumpkin candy lollipop stick or something.
Yeah, a little bundle of like jack-o'-lantern lollipops.
Yeah, and then for the winter festival, you could go around and search through like presents hidden around the map, and then you could get like gifts from it.
Gosh, I love LPSO. Like if you agree.
I LPSO, LPSO. Anyway, shall we go on to the last slide then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, the last slide is final thoughts. So this counts for anyone in chat or in our staff. It's not staff, but developers. If you have any final thoughts, questions you want to ask, or things you want to add, or things you feel like that haven't been discussed, take this time to take the stage. speak your mind.
Any questions that you have right now? We are going to be paying super extra attention to them.
Don't
So-
forget that one question someone had for us. If we played
there's a
other-
few questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's how did we find this project and did we play any other MMOs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So for
So we should
me,
take it
it's
one step at a time.
yeah. I'll start, and then we'll go down the right or.
Mhm.
So for me, it's World of Warcraft mostly. I played World of Warcraft and RuneScape. So those are MMOs, I guess. It's a very different caliber, but yeah, I did play those. And when I discovered that I'm transgender and I'm female, I'm a woman, I played Roblox a lot, and I played this game called what's it called? The high school game where you get to dress up. Royale High.
Yeah.
I played that a lot, and I got to discover like my feminine side and like what it's like to dress up as a female and be like feminine and stuff like that. And then I started to get towards more MMOs that are not as masculine that that my parents want me to play. You know what I mean? And so that's, I guess, how I ended up falling in love with LPSO as well, because it's like this sense of plausible deniability that I can say like, oh yeah, but it's not feminine, but still it makes me feel like the girl in the little girl inside me is getting really happy about working on this game right now. So yeah, that's it.
I love LPSO.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Mac, what's your answer?
Love LPSO.
Just for like the MMOs question.
Yeah.
When I was young, I played a lot of Wizard 101. A crap ton of it. But I never had membership, or like I did have membership at one point, but like 98% of my playtime was just in Wizard City, being a non-member and replaying the quests over and over and over again on different accounts because I was just silly, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yes, digital. I did play Toontown originally, and I remember on Facebook there was like an option to like make your own game, and I took screenshots of my Toontown cats, and I was like, yeah, this is my game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your game
Other
now.
than that, just like Animal Jam, and like, the typical like 2010 kid experience, Animal Jam, Club Penguin, etc., etc. You name it. You already
We didn't
know.
talk about Ponytown.
Oh no.
Ponytown is the current game. Okay, I'm playing it right now. I'm serious. I am.
Yeah, same.
don't
I
play
have
very often,
Ponytown.
mainly because my sister plays it.
So should I answer?
Yeah, Minnie, it's your
Minnie,
turn.
go ahead.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I didn't play many MMOs until I started playing LPSO, and I think I was like 8 or 9-ish. And then that shut down, so I was so sad, and I went and I tried a bunch of other MMOs. I never tried Toontown, but I tried Club Penguin. I tried Moshi Monsters, and I think there were a few others that I tried. Like, there were a bunch, but they never clicked with me. But then I tried Animal Jam, and like, it didn't hit the same spot as LPSO, but I liked it, so I kept playing that for a few years.
It was cool.
But that's really it.
All right, PJ, do you want to answer it, or are we getting an answer in chat, or do you want to skip this question? Animal Jam, right? That's
Animal
straight to the
Jam.
point. Animal Jam, autism
Animal Jam.
forever. Nice. Nice.
Has everyone in this chat played Animal Jam?
I haven't played Toontown or Animal Jam. I'm just getting started in learning like all these MMOs. Mac is trying to get me into Ponytown with success. I'm sure I'm able to enjoy Animal Jam and Toontown as well. So I need
We
to try
gotta
those.
drag you onto it.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be dragging though. I will jump in gladly.
We will take your hand and launch you into Toontown and Animal
Yeah,
Jam, and you
exactly,
will love it.
exactly. I'm sure I will
I need
love
to
it.
try Toontown.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So
Okay,
shall
so
we
I think it's
go on to Vampy then, or?
PJ said we're gonna douse you in the Animal Jam serum like a baptism, and I agree.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's gonna be.
For me, I've played so many MMOs. And yes, I did play Toontown Online back when that was a thing, but I didn't really learn about it until like right before it shut down. So I played it for a very short amount of time before it did. I've played Motion Monsters. I played Transfer Mice. I've played Webkins. Club Penguin. Animal Jam. I'm trying to think of some others, but for the most part, you name it, I've played it. And nowadays I mainly play MMO wise. Well, I also played this when I was younger, but I've played Maple Story, Maple Story 2 before that got shut down. L Sword. I'm trying to think of others.
You just triggered Fee. You just triggered Fee.
But, yeah.
You triggered something in me, it's true. I have a chronic obsession with Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You name it, chances are I've played it. But now it plays. Okay. But nowadays I play Maple Story, Toontown Rewritten, Corporate Clash, and there's probably some others, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head right now, but those are the main ones. And I also still play Transfer Mice once in a while, but not nearly as much as I once did.
Does Genshin count as an MMO? Because I know there's multiplayer co-op, but it's not like the main gameplay.
I don't think Genshin is an MMO.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think it
counts
really
as
counts.
MMO. It has
Alright.
co-op, but that's about it.
However, this is the moment where Fee gets to info dump about Elsword, so...
If I did, I think the stream would never end, even though
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really, really want to.
I can imagine.
I have played ungodly amounts of Elsword when I was 13.
Same.
And even before then, when I was like 10, I played the shit out of that. Like, I
feel
can't
you,
describe
yeah.
it. It's the plague for me. Autism stream.
It is an autism stream, yeah. It is.
I only play Elsword specifically for the white albino character, but like, yeah. Anyway.
For Ad and what was his name? I think it was Seal.
Seal and Ad are really popular, and like,
I love Seal. He is so pretty.
I think if Seal Elsword mentioned, hell yeah.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Seal is so fun to play as.
He is.
I think the only quip I have about him is that like you have to pay twice amounts of money to play Lucille because you have to switch in between them, and if you want costumes, you have to do that. I think you can select what stats to use for them, but you know, if you want to be drippy, you gotta dress up the both of them, basically.
Painful.
I know. Anyway, yeah. If anyone wants to play Elsword with me, you know, let me know, hook me up.
I will play
that
with you.
game-
Like, I don't care. I will play anything. I will play with you.
Oh, I need to play Ponytown with you. I feel bad for introducing Elsword to people because it's also one of the games where like there's a stupid amount of gambling.
Oh yeah.
Uh, there is the gambling specifically in the item system where you have to like upgrade the armor and shit like that. And it sucks and I hate it and I only go on there to play with Orca and we just mess around with like the raid system for like a few minutes. Like here's how I play Elsword. I get high, I do raid, and then I log off. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that. That's so silly. Which, not gonna lie, the way you described it, it actually kind of reminds me of like artifact farming on Genshin and everything with artifacts. It's just straight up gambling.
I forgot what artifacts are. Is it like the stuff you need for the weapons or
Artifacts are like the equipment that like determine your character's substats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm scared of that.
So
Yeah,
consider it
for good
similar
reason.
to your armor and Elsword.
Oh no. Oh. I'm sorry, the armor system is so shitty in Elsword. Any game that imitates it, I absolutely loathe.
All right, shall we
Yeah,
carry on to the? Shall we
and-
carry on from
and
Elsword
that-
and talk about?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
fine.
have
It's fine. It's fine.
I can't shut up about it. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I play Moshi Monsters. I love that. I was super obsessed with that. I play Club Penguin. I love that. I was super obsessed with that. I noticed a pattern with a lot of the MMO games I played. Just bear with me. I played Toontown. Guess what happened? I was also obsessed with it. I think it was the only reason why I had a DeviantArt is because I made a best friend on there, and he got me a DeviantArt account, and that's how I started drawing, by literally drawing Toontown OCs.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Toontown is so fun, except maybe late game where you have to start grinding the suits for the boss battles. That gets a little annoying. I used to like
Boss, stuff like that.
Yeah, I used to grind Cashbot all the time when I was like 13 and had nothing better to do.
V, we should play Toontown together sometime.
We have to. I have not touched any of my other suits other than like Cashbot for some reason, so I'm like a robber baron for Cashbot, and then like for Cellbot, or for Lawbot, or what was the other one? Bossbot. I barely had anything on there. I would not touch the boss bot stuff, especially. I thought that was kind of like people being too exclusionary on it. Yeah. Are they adjusting the grindiness? That's cool.
Yep. They actually toned down the amount of the multiplayer golfing games needed for the lap points by like half, I believe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, it's still like 300 or 600, but before that, I believe it was a lot more.
What do you mean by laughing? Wait, I'm lost.
Well, laugh is basically.
I know it's your health.
4 HP, yeah.
But like, I thought the maximum was like 137, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, but how about we carry on to the next segment?
Sorry.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
no, it's fine, it's
sure.
fine. But like, we can talk about for hours about Elsword and I don't know MMOs, but it's at
That
some
is
point.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
could talk hours
So-
about these games.
Yeah, of course we can, and we all have autism, so we all know what it's like to feel very,
Okay.
Anyway. Final thoughts. Do we have final thoughts?
Well, there is still another question, and then someone, I think it's, I don't know how to say their name, Alvina Rowan? They asked, do you guys work on any other projects? And then we still have the how do we find this project question.
Oh, Mac, this is
yeah,
where we
the-
get
the
to talk
how-
about
how do we find
Sterreport.
Yes. We can do it after we do the relevant to LPSO thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Okay, relevant
we
to
find this
LPSO.
project?
Yeah, okay. relevant to LPSO. Okay, yeah. How did I find this project? Lem introduced me to it. Like, Lem is my friend for like many years right now. I know Lem since he was like 15 or something, 16 maybe. Lem introduced me. Lem was like, okay, I have this project with like about LPSO, and I didn't know anything about it. But Lem was like, we need a programmer. Can you maybe like make a mini game or something, or like make something like help out a bit because we're lacking programmers right now? And I was like, sure, I guess I can make a mini game. And then I just fell in love with the game and with the people. So yeah, that's it for me.
That's so sweet.
I love that.
How did well, okay, so one day, actually, I guess the tale goes back several years. When LPSO shut down, every now and then I would just Google LPSO to see what I would find. Especially in the era when like a lot of MMOs were like getting shut down, but they were getting revived. I was like, oh, I wonder if this is a thing. And I think I literally searched LPSO like a few months before V made the server, because I didn't find it, even though I know I searched it at around the time that the server was made. So a few years later, searched it again, did some digging, found the Twitter for the Revive project, and yeah, I joined from there.
I love that. I also, like, after LPSO shut down, I would continuously like search it up like every now and then. So I had like these moments of nostalgia where I'm just like, oh, I really wish that, LPSO was still around. So I'd go and I'd find videos and just rewatch them. And I think there was this one night where I was doing that, and then I found a video that someone posted about the like it had footage of these demo like from 2019, and I was watching that and I'm like, wait a second, what? So I did some digging and I found the Discord server and I joined, and then the rest is history.
Why do I feel like that might have been Bunny's video?
I think it was.
Bunny is still bringing people to us to this day.
Bunny is one of the OGs, I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay, Bunny.
Yay. Yeah, I think like after I found that video and I watched it, like I went and I looked on Google for a revived project and I found the wiki, the LPSO wiki, and then I found the link to the server through there.
Oh wow.
For lore purposes, but like back in the day when I didn't know what to do with the project, and like I just started Discord server and no one was really joining because it was August, I was like, there's an LPSO amino, I should join it and tell people I'm making a remake. And that's how I met Bunny, by inviting them to the server.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
At what time did Lem join?
I think that was
I think
a few
Lem was
months
one
later.
of the first. Oh, maybe I was wrong.
Like, Lem was one of the first, but I know it's been a lapse of time when she joined. I actually could look it up right now. Hold on.
I believe I joined May 2020.
I think that I joined in December of 2022. Like I was a really late joiner.
Yeah, I know I joined when the server was still relatively new.
I joined May 2021. I think I was on like spring break.
Okay, so Lem joined around a month after I started the Discord server.
like September 2019.
I joined initially. I joined a year ago, but something happened, so I had to leave, and then I came back June 2023. So yeah, or July.
And then
I don't know.
PJ. Oh, sorry. PJ says in the chat that I didn't even find the project myself. My bestie linked V's DeviantArt upload to me in August 2019, and I joined the server and lurked for like 2 years before I started being active in the community.
That is so real of you, PJ.
The DeviantArt upload is hilarious, though. That's like, yeah.
I have some Lem joining lore. The reason that they joined the server in the first place was because they wanted to know if the Party Dasher song was found, and like since they couldn't find it in any of the YouTube videos, so if Party Dasher was like recorded footage, they wouldn't have joined the server. They said.
Oh yeah, I remember them telling us that.
Oh yeah.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Anyway, where are we with answering this question? Who answered last?
We just got PJ, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Vivi, did you answer?
I did not answer yet. So, oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the way I joined is actually, I guess you could say, a bit strange. So this was so of course after LPSO shut down, just like basically, everyone else, I would just look up LPSO rewritten every once in a while, especially when Toontown rewritten became a thing, and a bunch of dead games kept getting revived and all that. And then eventually I came across like the LPSO wiki that people made back when the game was still around, and someone actually put a link to the Discord server for LPSO Revived in the very beginning, well on the front page of that wiki, and I joined the server, and that was that. My initial join date was May 2020, but I left once in a while because my mental state's not exactly the best. But yeah, that's, you know.
Another wiki joiner. I think Minnie also said that she joined the wiki. That's pretty cool.
I don't know who sent the wiki link, but props to them for basically being one of the major reasons people join here, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that V has to answer this question, but if you have to say anything.
Yes. How I joined this server. I wonder.
You press the create a server button.
For real. I was like, today I will join my own server.
Is that it for this question?
Yeah, I think everyone answered.
Okay.
Wait,
All right.
I have
think...
an extra thought on this.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Real quick, but I do remember someone making an LPSO revived no, not revived, rewritten website, and then just like having that website up, but it was the original like version of it. Like it was the original website that they took from the Wayback Machine.
Oh yeah.
I think that person was found here at one point. They said, yeah, that was me.
Oh nice.
Yeah. But I was like, people want this, I think. It would be cool if like it was an actual game though, cuz I don't think that's the original game. Yeah.
That's fun though.
It is.
So if that's all, I think there's one more question that I had saved from chat earlier.
Yes.
And yeah, that's from I have no idea how to say their name. I'm sorry, but Evalina Rowan, something like that. And they were asking, do you guys work on any other projects?
Oh yeah, Mac. This is where we come in.
I'm actually not sure if I'm
Indeed,
allowed to answer that
indeed. So I guess you could consider Amy and my answer to be the same one,
Yes,
perhaps.
but I want you to answer.
Oh, okay. Well, so a couple of weekends back, Amy and I, and some other friends, including Lem.
Seppi, I think
we're
Seppi's
like-
here in chat.
Oh yes. We were like, hey, we should do a game jam. And so the idea was like to create a like a fashion simulator, basically. Like you craft the clothes, and you put them on. And you level up to get more materials for more clothes. And you know, I always like that kind of game. So I was like, yeah, sure.
Nice apparel.
And then we got the idea to add NPCs.
Oh boy, that's where it went wrong.
And from then on, the game for me stopped being about the character customization. It started being about one NPC. It started being about my lovely friend, the Plague Doctor Moors. Oh, I
Yeah.
love them. Oh, I love them. Oh yeah, it's called. I don't want to embarrass myself. Can you say the pronunciation in
Sterrenpoort.
Dutch, please?
Sterrenpoort.
Yes, it's called that.
Yeah.
And it's a work in progress, but we're getting there.
Americans would call it Sterrenpoort.
Yeah, just as Joe did. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, so that's our answer.
that's our answer, yeah.
That's so fun.
So
I don't
Minnie,
work
are
on
you
any
working
other
on any
project.
projects? No?
No, but I am. I mean, I am working on a research project right now.
You can tell
Um,
about that if you want.
Yeah, so I'm a biology student by day, and by night I'm a game developer.
Yeah, exactly.
So the research project I'm working on right now is we're just basically my professor, the person who I'm working under, he found like these bird sighting files from like a professor who went here years ago, and we're basically just like taking all of his data and archiving it digitally so we can upload it to eBird. And it's like over 3,000 entries at least. Like
Wow.
there's a
Oh,
lot
man.
of birds. So we're doing that, and then I'm gonna be coming up with a question like based on the data. Like I don't know, it could be something as simple as why were there so many terns in this area when it wasn't like super full of water or something like that, you know,
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. And then I'd have to like just work on that. But it's pretty interesting. But that's the kind of project that I work on. I don't do any game projects on the side of this.
Nice. Well, that's a project. Like, a project doesn't have to be game development, right?
Yeah.
So, PJ, do you work on any projects, game development or otherwise? You're gonna make me reveal how much of a need I am on stream, I see. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If your answer
Okay.
is no, you can just say no and it's okay. But
It's okay.
If your
It's
answer
okay.
is not no, well, we would love to know about it.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're willing to share.
I do work on things, but I have nothing off the top of my head right now. I am plagued by vision and ideas. Nice. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
I know that PJ is a really epic artist.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Alright. So, Vampy, Do you have any projects you work on, game development or otherwise?
Yeah. I am. Okay, there's a small amount of people here, so I should be able to say this. The main reason why I was so reluctant to say this was because of the drama we got into recently. But I am one of the developers for one of the Moshi Monster remakes.
Oh, nice.
I
That's
am
awesome.
I'm a developer for Moshi Online.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
And on top of development, I also help with the moderation and all that. And if you guys have, and if any of you guys have played Moshi Online recently, you may have noticed that the Pride Moshings actually have seeds, like seed combinations now. I was the one that made those seed combinations.
Ooh,
Nice.
cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's basically what I do when I'm not working on LPSO or playing Genshin or sleeping.
Nice. Fee, do you have any projects you work on, game development or otherwise?
Yeah, I have like a job that I have to work during the day.
You're like the only one right here, right now, who has a job, I think. Like the only...
I think
not
Minnie
me.
has a job.
Yeah, Minnie has
Yeah, I have
a
a
job.
Oh, Minnie has a job. Oh,
I
yeah,
used
of course.
to have a job, but I kind of got let go because apparently just the big old long story short, I was just not good enough for them.
Oh,
To be
that sucks.
honest, they were treating you like crap. They did not let you go for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally undeserved.
But like other than the job I have to work and the school I have to attend, I work on Roblox games.
On what?
I worked on Roblox games,
Oh, really? That's awesome.
like on my free time. Not as much anymore, but I worked on Island of Mezai, the remake.
Nice.
It's a little bit on hold right now, but yeah. I'll probably pick it up later when I have the time, because it's a fun game and I was in the middle of like reworking the UI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was also a personal project I worked on for Roblox, but I put on hold because I didn't have enough time to work on it. And there's also stuff that I like dropped because, you know, ADHD makes me pick up and drop projects randomly.
I feel
It was
you.
motivation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at one point I was really interested in looking in the old LSword C++ code source and try to see if I could like modify it and run stuff on my own.
Nice.
And run the server. I had issues compiling it, and I was like, maybe I could convert it to a modern C++ standard 20, and yeah, that didn't go anywhere. Anyway, also stuff like me wanting to make a DS game at one point, because that looked really fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool, actually.
Ooh.
It's like lots of low-level stuff, which I like. And I want to do more of that, but I just don't have time. So yeah.
Understandable.
If you have any sources on how to do one, can you send them to me? Because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the way I learned to do it was by compiling it and then running it and looking at examples, so that's technically the best way to do it. You might just need to install it and look how it's done there, because there aren't really good guides on it right now, honestly, when I last did it. Which, yeah. Huh?
So, I got a comment on Discord that I want to direct at Fee. The source code is publicly available but not open source because there is no license. Are we gonna add a license?
We probably should.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the licensing thing is weird because it's not necessarily a project that we own, so I do want to be careful with that. But yeah, we'll add a license. Sorry, whoever said that, I promise we're not trying to exclude you. We love you.
Yeah. All right. I think that wraps it up for today then. Unless anyone has any final brain farts they want to get out. I think this is where we end it. We have been streaming for two and a half hours. That's a good time to end it. I think it was a good stream.
I can't believe I actually sat still for 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
I know,
exactly.
me too. I have
Guppy.
work in like
Oh yeah, Guppy.
2.5 hours.
Someone just says Guppy. Love it.
Yeah.
That
I think.
actually reminded me of something. There was a question on the sheet that says, from Anonymous, where's Guppy? Where's Guppy?
Where is Guppy? Well, Guppy is with his family in the ocean right now.
Guppy will come back soon.
You need to like
Parrot now.
you need to go to the port and do what the old players did back in the day by yelling out his name and summoning
Guppy!
him. Yeah, that's how people did it when they wanted Kitty would.
Guppy, come here, Guppy.
So true, PJ. So true.
All right.
So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed sitting through this stream. Thank you so much for being here this entire time.
Yeah, thank you all. We've had a steady amount of viewers throughout the stream, so that's good. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll see you all the next time we're doing Q&A. All right.
Yeah.
See
All
you
right.
all another
Bye-bye.
time.
See.
Bye.
Bye.